Right, everybody, welcome back to the NFL Review channel. We are back from SHOT Show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all those booth interviews. We even did an interview with the other Adam Johnson, and we're gonna have a part 2 coming up very soon on the channel. We're just gonna film it here on my back lanai to kind of catch up and kind of put it into that interview. Now, you guys saw a little snippet of the Bad Larry at SHOT Show. We stopped by their booth on the first day. Love YHM. Awesome company. We've been doing a lot of reviews for them. They always come to Suppress Fest, and they are now going to be involved on the Drive Rally Vice City Tour 2024. On day 2, they're going to come out and for 3 hours provide full range rental, lunch, and of course all the ammo and suppress fun you guys could want in a rally on that excursion stop. So that's going to be pretty freaking sweet. So if you guys are into cars and guns, which probably most of you are, check out driverally.com for more info. You do not need a supercar to be on this rally. We do have an agreement with 7th Gear here in Tampa. 7th Gear Exotics, they will rent you a car at 30% off and include all the mileage on the rally, which is a huge help. And you really don't need a supercar, exotic car per se, just an 80s, 90s, or current year sports car or luxury sedan. You guys will fit right in. You guys can come out and have a great time. So check that out, driverally.com. I'll throw up the website here so you guys can check it out. But almost sold out on that one, and registration closes on March 1st, so you might want to get to it. Speaking of getting to it, let's go ahead and open the box on the Bad Larry, get to the specifications here in the studio, and then hit the range, and you guys can hear exactly what it sounds like. All right, in the box, you have a tool, a manual. You have 2 tools. One of them's a spanner. The manual, some decals, and of course, Bad Larry. So Bad Larry comes in an overall length of 7.375 inches, a diameter of 1.75 inches, and it weighs in at 17 ounces even. Caliber, as you guessed it, is 33 caliber, so 338 Lapua rated, of course, and everything down from that. So today we will be shooting 5.56, 308, and 300 blackout. Now, as far as materials, it's constructed pretty much of 17.4 heat-treated stainless steel, but the blast baffle is constructed of Inconel to really help with any baffle erosion there. You shouldn't have an issue. As far as the finish, a nice matte black high-temperature Cerakote, and the firing schedule is full auto rated for your normal calibers. I would go ahead and just say 5.56 is what I would run this full auto. Not sure I mean, it might be able to handle 308 full auto, but if you can afford to shoot 308 full auto, you can probably afford to buy a new suppressor every morning you wake up. The mount interface, of course, let's see if it's finger tight here right out of the box. It is 1.375 by 24, which is the industry standard hub, and it does ship with a fixed, or should I say a direct thread mount, 5/8 by 24 for your threaded barrel on the 308 that we'll be shooting today, and the 300 blackout. Of course, I'll have to use an adapter on the back to shoot it on 5.56. I don't know if we're going to shoot direct thread or a chemo or one of their mounts. Haven't figured it out yet, but with this thread setup in the back, you do have options. Now, as far as barrel length restrictions, your minimum barrel length restriction on a 338 Lapua Magnum is 20-inch barrel, 300 Win Mag, 20 inches, 308, 16 inches, and 5.56, 10 inches. It's a pretty stout little can, and it comes in at a retail price of $929.95 on the YHM website. Capital Armory offers it for $799, and then of course my Patreon members get an additional 10% off the Capital Armory price. So pretty damn affordable 338 Lapua can. As you can see, it is a tubeless design, beautiful welds here. I'll show you some close-ups. You do have a flash hider built into the front cap. Previous experience with that, it does work very well. Gone are the cartridge engraving in the back here on the blast section of the suppressor. If you remember with the turbo line, it had little 5.56 cartridges kind of machined into the outside of the casing here. that was hit or miss as far as the public goes. It looks like they just kind of ovaled it out. Actually looks really cool, and it does give you some grip on the suppressor. Serialized information is going to be on the rearward section. Of course, when you have a flash hider mount in this suppressor, it's going to end somewhere around here where my pinky is. So if you do have catastrophic failure, it's going to be forward of your serialized information. So should you have a failure, should you blow off the front of your can, is what I'm trying to say, you can just mail this back and they'll weld on a new section there. So good to know that that's safe and sound. I do have spanner locks here on the rear of the suppressor. And then of course you have this other tool. I assume this is to be used with our other mounts. And of course, yep, you can remove the actual nut here on the back for their direct thread adapter, which is pretty neat. So can't take it apart. This is a sealed rifle suppressor, as you would have guessed it. So got to the studio portion pretty quick today, which is actually good because now I can spend more time shooting and less time talking. Let's go ahead and get to it. Before we get shooting, a quick word from our sponsor, Capital Armory. They're the nation's largest silencer dealer and have expanded their silencer shipping ability to multiple states, with even more on the way. They can still ship directly to Texas residents, but they can now deliver silencers directly to your door for those in many other states. The process is simple and keeps everything in-house. So there are no additional dealers, transfer fees, or headaches. They manage the entire process from start to finish to make your life easier. The process is very simple. Once you purchase a silencer online through their website, you'll be contacted to begin your online customer profile to provide them with fingerprints and other necessary information to complete your e-file Form 4. After the ATF approves your form, Capital Armory will initiate electronic transfer paperwork with you, and your silencer will be mailed directly to your front door. And the best part is, your customer profile only needs to be done once, so you'll be ready to go for all future orders. Head to capitalarmory.com today to learn more. Steel. Yeah, a little gas here. You know what? Wrap around Oakley's. Let's see if that helps. Yep. Just gotta have the right glasses. Steel. Damn. Dirt. Yeah. Great tone. All right, everybody, I forgot my lapel mic today, so shooting on an iPhone. So, ending thoughts, Bad Larry. Let me tell you, we're just gonna start with the big boy here, the 308. It sounded absolutely phenomenal on the 308. Without wearing Hear Pro, I had zero discomfort. The tone was very pleasing. I did review the footage earlier, and I didn't see any jetting out of the front cap. I'll show you some close-ups here of the flash hider front cap that we showed you in the studio. But I really wanted to touch base on the largest cartridge that I brought out here today, because that's what the suppressor's for. It did extremely well. It's a shame I don't have a 338 Lapua Magnum to come out here and destroy some dirt at my expense, but I can imagine it sounds pretty good. 308's popular cartridge, 6.5 Creedmoor as well. A lot of you will have a 308 in your collection that you have probably a suppressor on already, but just heed this feedback. Very, very pleasing tone to my ears, at least. YHM will be coming back to Suppress Fest 2024, which will be in October of this year, and I'm sure they will have that and probably a plethora of other new suppressors to choose from as well. 300 Blackout, of course, no surprise. It, of course, sounded just fine on 300 Blackout. I'm shooting 190 grain subs from 2A Warehouse. Bottom on there. They're a sponsor on the channel. They take care of us. Actually, today, let me do this. I had a disregard this setup, guys. This, of course, would be an LVPO for like a AR-15 type 300 Blackout platform. But I'm just kind of testing and evaluating it in the background. This is from PFI, Pride Fowler Industries. Rich, the owner, is a good friend of mine. He comes to all my events. And I'm just kind of out here just running it, just having a little fun. So I'm like, I don't have a scope on this older 300 Blackout bolt action. So I threw it on there this morning and I didn't even zero it. And of course it shoots perfect. Of course I'll have to tweak it, but it just looks kind of goofy on there, but damn, it works good. His reticle, which you guys will see on the full review coming soon, is freaking awesome. And then of course we have a Knights Armament SBR here. Did very good on 5.56. It was a little gassy. I noticed even more gas when I moved back here to the downrange scenes. So just take note of that. Of course, many of you aren't going to be running a suppressor that large on an SBR. I just wanted to see what it sounds like with 5.56. That being said, as you can see, I already had a YHM flash hider mounted to that Knights Armament SBR. So that Knights Armament stays in my armory closet. It's ready to go at all times, next to some armor, some sidearms, mags, plate carrier ready to go. And that's my grab and go gun. I keep a YHM reduced blowback turbo on there. Just to let you know, that's what stays on there at all times. So, which is nice because it saved me some time today. I didn't have to switch the mount out. So that was cool. So yeah, little gassy on the 5.56. Again, probably not gonna use it for that. But the real takeaway here is the 308. It sounded awesome. So don't take my word for it. Find a dealer that has one in stock. Go do a demo day, whatever you need to do to hear one in person before you make an educated decision on picking one up for yourself. So I hope this video did give you a little bit of insight as to the construction, the materials, you know, the use, what it looks like up close, and of course the sound tone out here. Actually, while I'm on that subject, we have a little bit more time in this video. I met a gentleman at SHOT Show who works for Infinity Ward, who, as you know, develops all the Call of Duty games, and he told me, he blew my mind, that they actually watch my videos for the sound quality for the suppressed scenes and then compare those to the sound engineering that they do in the video game. Mind blown. Very cool, very humble. That was really neat. Thank you so much for walking up and telling me that. That was really cool. So I actually went out and bought the new Call of Duty 3 or 4 or 18 or whatever it is up to now. I haven't played it in like a decade, legit. I just bought a PS5 just to play it, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, thought I'd share that. So hopefully the tone for you guys at home listening with earphones, you know, high quality stereo headphones, you can pick up that tone from what I'm hearing out here. Of course, the actual sound level is not going to translate. It's just impossible, which is why Suppress Fest is so important. So stay tuned, guys. A lot more reviews coming, some bid news coming down the pipeline. I can't spill the beans just yet. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next video.